Hi, I'm Andy Ellis. I'm the host of this show and a potential Green Party candidate for governor of Maryland in 2026. I'm using this show to highlight interesting people and ideas that help me and you to understand what is happening and what is possible. You can learn more about the campaign by going to gogreen2026.com. Guests on this show do not necessarily support my campaign or the Green Party. They've agreed to come on to discuss ideas and issues. And of course, click the subscribe button on YouTube so you can keep up to date with this podcast. Today's episode of the podcast is very special for me. Instead of me interviewing someone, I'm going to be interviewed by my dad, Steve Ellis. My dad has a long career as a world-renowned communication expert. He's worked in PR, politics, media, and public service, and he's traveled all over the nation and the world doing it. He's also an amazing photographer who keeps winning awards at the Montgomery County Fair, and you'll see his excellent pictures throughout our campaign. Like most people, I don't agree with my dad about everything on politics, and that makes me even more excited to have his support during this campaign. So as we get closer to our launch next Saturday, January 4th in Annapolis, I'm really excited to reverse roles today, to sit down with my dad and have him interview me about my campaign. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Andy. Nice to be here.
Yeah, thank you for doing this. I'm so excited about this. We talked about it a whole lot on our ride back from the beach the other day, and I'm thrilled that we have an opportunity to do this. And with that, I'm going to turn the roles over to you and stop being the host, start being the guest, and let you take this away.
I guess the first question is the one you get from everybody everywhere. Why are you running for governor, Andy?
Yeah, so let me try to answer this in a couple of parts. The first thing is, if you look around Maryland, on the surface, it looks like it's a state that's working really well and it's really prosperous. But that's really only true for the people for whom it's working. For the people for whom it's not working, it's an expensive place to live, transit times are long, fees are high, incarceration rates are high, and the cost of living is really astronomical for a lot of folks. And you know, there are solutions to these problems, but there's no real reason for the two parties in power in Annapolis right now to offer solutions to these problems because it doesn't make political sense for them. And so if we want to solve these problems, I think we got to look at a new kind of system, at a political system that has more parties and that has an incentive for people to make those issues of the people left behind the center of the issues. So when I look at Maryland politics and I see that, I know we need more parties. I know the two parties aren't solving. And I think the Green Party is a party that has a lot of solutions to some of these problems. And we need to see an example of what it can look like to articulate those solutions on a big stage. So I'm running because I want to give people a vision of what a different kind of politics looks like, where there are more parties and they're trying to solve the problems of the people left behind. So that's the first part of it. The second part of it is the state requires small parties like the Green Party to stay on the ballot and to be recognized as a party to run candidates in top of the ticket races and get 1% every 2 years. And so we haven't really been able to do that as a Green Party with governor's races before. But I looked at this race and I thought, you know, I thought we could do it this time. And if we want to be that party that offers solutions to the problems that exist in Maryland, we need to start being able to keep ourselves on the ballot every year. So that's why I decided to run.